Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. Today we'll be unboxing a group of video games, all freshly graded and back from WATA. Now these are the games that we highlighted back on the video that we posted March 6, 2022. I went through every one of these games, gave you any kind of conditional issues that I saw, and my opinion on how I thought WATA was going to grade them. Now, we got all our games back today. I'm going to cut into this here in just a second, see how close I was on my assessment. We did get a couple rejects though, and unfortunately, the black box PacMan, the Telegames PacMan that I was so excited about sending in, they did say that it had signs that it was open, so it was not factory sealed. It was a reseal, so that was rejected along with the Combat game that I sent in. Now the Combat, if you do watch that video back from March 6th, I was suspicious of that game. I was skeptical to begin with. I didn't really know if that was indeed factory sealed. It looked a little weird to us. I sent it in anyway, because for $85, it's worth getting a second opinion. Turns out it was opened, or it's not factory sealed, so they sent it back to us as a reject. So we only have the games that actually made the grade here. So we're going to go ahead and cut in this box, take a look at the games we got back, and how close I was in my assessment. Remember, there are a couple really, really cool rare Atari titles in here, so very excited to see what grades we've got on them. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's push this a little out of the way here. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. I think we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 games that made the grade. Like I said, all the others were rejects. The Black Box Pac-Man, of course, being the most disappointing. I was very excited about that. I was hoping to get a mid-grade on that at least. I've never seen one of those games sealed, and I guess I still haven't because that was a reseal. So, unfortunately, that one got kicked out. But we did get some back here, and all these are going to be rare titles. I have my notes from the other video, so let's compare what we got back. Here we have Stalker. This is a 9.2A+. This is super, super rare to find factory sealed. This is super hard to find complete box. We've only ever seen this copy. That's why we snatched it up when we did. Let me see what I thought we were going to get on this. I said a 9.4 to 9.6 A++, so I missed it by a grade. We got a 9.2 instead of a 9.4, but this is a high grade copy of this. Like I said, we haven't seen a factory seal copy of this. That's why we snatched it up, and there was a little confusion with WATA. They called me a few times about this particular game, but they did some research on it, and this one here, this is a gatefold as well, it appears. You can see the gatefold on the side here. So like I said, there was some confusion about this. They called me a couple times, but they did some research, and this came back factory sealed. They did authenticate this seal. So this one here, super nice grade on this. Very happy with that grade. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a 9.4 to 9.6, but very happy with the 9.2, being the fact that it's the only copy we've seen. So, starting off right. At least we're starting off right. Okay. Gonna be a quick video today. Like I said, we only have a handful of games here that actually made the grade. Get this one out here. Okay. Now here we have Pac-Man. You guys have seen us unbox a few Pac-Mans in the past. This one here, I thought we were going to get a 9.0 to 9.2. And we got an 8.5. That's a little disappointing. The Pac-Mans, they're not terribly uncommon. This is a conditional rarity, so anything above a 9.0, 9.2 is definitely a good grade. You can definitely get a premium for that game. 8.5, people don't really consider an 8.5 high enough of a grade. It really is, because, like I said, these games are pretty beat up. All the ones you find have some crushing, creasing. There's always issues with them. So an 8.5 is still a nice grade to have in your collection. And this game, like I said, I thought this was going to grade higher. I don't see any issues. I'm going to take a quick look at this because I was surprised by the 8.5. I don't see any crushing or issues with the corners on this game. I really don't know why. I don't know why we got an 8.5 on this, This one here may be going back. This one here, maybe going back to them, there's a little bit of color rubbing on the corners, but not enough to knock it down to an 8.5. This should be, in our opinion, a 9.0 at least, or 9.2 like we originally said in the previous video where we highlighted this game. So this one here, we are going to send back to them when we send back all our resubs. This one here, in our opinion, should have graded higher. So 8.5, disappointed with that, but if it sticks, when we send it back for resubmission, and if it sticks, you know. But hopefully they'll see it my way, and I'll get at least a 9.0 out of that one. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, one of the CIBs we sent in. All right, Scuba Diver from Panda. If you guys recall, Panda games, incredibly tough to find. Complete box, you know, I've never seen a factory seal Panda game. So we buy these complete box when they have a decent condition box, because once again, the boxes are usually pretty beat up and ugly as well. We bought another copy of this after this one here. We haven't even sent it in. It's pretty ratty. Once we got it in, it looked much worse than the photos that were sent to us. But we may send it in. It's going to grade much lower than this. Let's see what we got. 6.5. That's not great. I said a 7.0, it's a 7.5, so I missed it by half a point. 7.0 I would have been happy with. A 6.5, you know, it's probably appropriately graded. Like I said, there's a lot of color rubbing around each edge here. A little teeny bit of staining on the back. Some tape staining on, you know, it's probably fairly graded. There are conditional issues with the box, but there is no crushing or creasing. I don't really see any crushing or creasing on it. There's just color rubbing, you know, the stain from the tape on the bottom, a little stain on the back from something. Let's see what the subgrades were on this. The box is a 5.5, so the box actually graded the worst of the bunch. Cards a 7.0, manual 7.5. So overall 6.5. You know, like I said, happy with anything we get from Panda that's nice looking, that presents well. And this one in here faces up pretty nicely. If you look at this, this is a nice game to have in your collection, even at a 6.5. Presents really nicely, so happy with that. Like I said, these boxes are pretty ratty, so to find one in this condition, even though this is a 6.5, still happy with that. I'll take that grade. Okay, now getting some Tiger Vision games. Here we have Jawbreaker. If you recall, we sent in 2 Tiger Vision games in this particular submission. Tiger Vision games, incredibly tough to find factory seal with genuine factory seals. The factory seal being just a piece of Scotch tape over the top and bottom of the box. So a lot of people try to fake those. There are a lot of fake factory seals, or reseals, I guess, you know, retaped games out there on the market. So to find original ones that they do authenticate, very tough today. Everybody knows these Tiger Vision games go for a big premium, so a lot of incentive for people to fake them. So we got 7.5 on this. I said 8.0. So once again, half a point off on this, but this is the only sealed copy of Jawbreaker we've ever seen. So happy with that grade. There was some color fading on this. We did highlight that in the other video, so I wasn't surprised that that's going to knock it down quite a bit. Looks like somebody probably had it on their bookshelf near a window, and over time it just faded. This one here, you know, this box looks nice. I don't see any issues with any kind of creasing or crushing or corner damage or even color rubbing. There's a teeny bit of color rubbing here on the title itself, you know, just from sliding against things. But 7.5, that might be a little harsher than I thought we were going to get. So, little, you know, 7.5 is okay. I would prefer it at 8, of course. A little surprised that they did give it a 7.5, because this is, you know, a decent copy. But once again, 7.5 is a good grade for a Tiger Vision game that you never find factory sealed. So I'll live with that. I'm not getting any surprises to the upside here, so it's a little disappointing, but they're decent grades, and they're probably all fairly graded. I'm just not getting any surprises. Okay, here we have Marauder, the other Tiger Vision game that we sent in. Once again, factory sealed with the tape. Now this one here was in better condition. Marauder, I said a 9.2. Oh, and a 9.2. At least I called this one correctly. I was starting to feel like I didn't know how to grade games anymore. So 9.2 on this one. Super clean box here. I think we mentioned this in the previous video when we highlighted the condition of this. Super clean box. Doesn't show any rubbing. You know, somebody kept this very nice. They probably kept it in a plastic protector, because there's no color rubbing on this. Whoever had this in their collection did not slide it around, slide it across the table, have it on their bookshelf, or have it with other games, sliding back and forth. This one here is kept nice. Tape is intact, tape is clear. Super high grade on this here. And once again, Marauder, another game that we've never seen factory sealed. So to actually get a factory sealed copy of this, very, very tough to do. And to get a high grade like this, that's a game that's probably going into our personal collection here. We'll probably never find another one in that condition. So happy with that grade. On our last game. Oh, this is the big one. The big daddy. Here we have Halloween. Now this is the one that we're super excited to get back. You know, there's only been a couple of these ever come to market, complete box with the box itself and the cart manual. A lot of these, when they actually originally came to market, rumor has it that there's under 900 of these that ever came to market, that were ever released into the public to begin with. That's why it's so rare. And a lot of those games apparently were only cart and manual rubber banded together and mail order, you know, as a mail order item, because a lot of these games, the distributor, they didn't make it to the retail store. A lot of retail stores canceled this because this came out at the height of the game crash, the Atari game crash back in 1983. This came out right in 1983, right at the crash. So the distributors actually started selling these direct to the public through mail order. A lot of retailers canceled their orders. So not many of these made it out to the public, as the story goes. So supposedly under 900 ever made it out, and a lot of those didn't have the box. So to find one with the box, very, 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 very tough to do. This is one of the hardest games to find for the Atari 2600. Now, what did I say I was going to get on this one? 7.0 to 7.5. 7.0, great. You know, like I said, my faith is restored. I missed a couple of the other ones, but at least the last two I got right. So 7.0 on this. Now this here is unbelievable. Just super excited to have this game back and have a 7.0 on this. There were a couple issues with this that we knew would knock it down. There's a tear across the bottom here of the box itself. And, you know, some color rubbing on the corners. The box wasn't, you know, mint condition by any means. Some crushing here on the bottom. So we knew it was going to be in the 7 range. That's what I said. So let's see the subgrades on this. The box is a 6.5. Cart is an 8. Manual's a 7. So overall, it's a 7.0. Nice high grades on the contents itself. You know, and once again, this is a game that trades at such a high premium. There's a lot of incentive out there to make reproduction boxes, to make reproduction stickers for the carts, and to make, you know, reproduction manuals. So when you're buying these on the market, you know, if you find one that looks too good to be true, it most likely is. I know that there's probably only, you know, 2 or 3 of these that could have ever been graded. Rumor has it, once again, this is rumor, but rumor has it there's only 5 known to exist with the box, cart, and manual. So to have one of these in our collection, super excited about that. And 7.0, I'm glad I called that grade correctly. That is fantastic. All right, ending on a high note. And I think that's it. That's our 6 games that came back with a grade. Like I said, the other ones were rejected for being reseals. Sometimes it happens. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.